What do these tires, toys, gloves, boots, and exercise bands all have in common? Well, they're all made out of rubber. Rubber, or at least natural rubber, is made up of the basic monomer called isoprene. These can form polymers by attacking another isoprene's double bond, causing it to break, but forming a bond between them. This results in the long chains called cis-1,4 polyisoprene. These chains can stick together through electrostatic bonds, resulting in an elastic structure that allows it to expand and retract. The earliest evidence of the use of rubber was by the Olmec culture. They used rubber to make balls, which were used to play what is now called the Mesoamerican ball game. Later, the Aztec and Mayan cultures adopted the use of rubber not only for balls, but also to make containers and waterproof textiles. In 1736, Charles Marie de la Condamine was the first to transport rubber samples from the Americas. Rubber and its elastic properties spread throughout the world as scientists worked to find a way to make rubber more durable for more practical uses. However, it wasn't until 1839 when Charles Goodyear was experimenting with rubber, and he accidentally let a mixture of latex with sulfur and lead oxide fall into a hot stove, which created a material which was hard, durable, and flexible. This was because, when exposed to heat, the added sulfur formed bonds with the isoprene polymer chains, breaking some of their double bonds. These sulfur atoms can then bind with other bound sulfurs to form crosslinks between different polymer chains, which creates a stronger link between the chains, causing it to be more durable and flexible, allowing it to have practical uses. As time went by, scientists began to work on producing synthetic rubber, like Fritz Hoffmann, who in 1909 was the first to successfully make synthetic rubber. But everything changed at the start of World War II. The Axis powers had control over most of the natural rubber production, which caused severe shortages and huge demands for rubber. Many types of synthetic rubber were created due to the demands that came from the war, including one that was then called government rubber styrene. The United States government had decided to improve the production of synthetic rubber in secret, and through these clandestine efforts, this rubber was developed as a copolymer of butadiene and styrene. This rubber was produced in double of the amount of natural rubber, and is still the source of half of the world's production of rubber.
Generally, rubber is categorized into two types, natural rubber and synthetic rubber. Natural rubber is an elastic substance obtained from the latex type of trees. It is also known by the names of India rubber and gum elastic. The main properties of natural rubber are that it combines high strength with outstanding resistance to fatigue. It has moderate resistance to environmental damage such as by heat, light, and ozone. It also has a high resistance to cutting, chipping, and tearing. Since natural rubber forms strong barrier to water and pathogens such as HIV, it is widely used in order to make condoms and surgical and medical examination gloves and medical tubes. Natural rubber is also used in catheters, balloons, elastic thread, and also in some adhesives. Synthetic rubber was first made by Fritz Hoffmann in 1909. It is made from various petroleum-based monomer. It also has the structure of cis-1,4 polyisoprene, just like natural rubber, but they are derived from different precursors. The most prevalent synthetic rubber is styrene butadiene rubbers, or SBR, derived from the copolymerization of styrene and 1,3-butadiene. Synthetic rubber has a very similar properties with natural rubber, but some are more resistant to ozone cracking and can undergo much more elastic deformation under stress than any other materials. Since it is much cheaper than natural rubber and can easily be recreated to have wanted characteristics, it is more widely used than natural rubber today. Natural rubber consists mainly of cis-1,4 polyisoprene, of which the constituent monomer isopentyl pyrophosphate, or IPP, is synthesized from the malevolent MVA pathways and also from the 2,C-methyl d-erythritol 4-phosphate, or MEP pathway in plants. Its biosynthesis is catalyzed by rubber transferase and involves three steps: initiation, polymerization, and termination. Initiation state requires an oligomeric allylic initiator such as farnesyl pyrophosphate, or FPP, and dimethylyl pyrophosphate DMAPP, and so on. This is the detailed pathway of initiation and polymerization in rubber biosynthesis. Initiation starts by a cationic cofactor-assisted ionization of the carbon-oxygen bond of the initiator and yields an allylic cation plus pyrophosphate counteranion. Then IPP adds to the allylic carbocation, yielding a tertiary carbocation, which generates an allylic pyrophosphate end. With the continuous incorporation of IPP monomers, the rubber molecules grow as a living carbocationic polymerization, and the cis-trans stereoregulation depends on specific rubber transferases, which generate certain type of double band after IPP addition and proton elimination.
Fun facts about rubber. First one is about rubber erasers. Rubber was introduced in Europe around 1770s. Englishman Edward Narlin, who is known as an inventor of electrostatic generator and marine barometer, accidentally discovered the first rubber erasers. In the past, breadcrumbs were used as erasers, but one day Narlin accidentally picked up a piece of rubber instead of breadcrumbs and discovered that rubber worked better than breadcrumbs. In addition, there's a movie called Rubber. This movie came out in 2010 as a horror movie. It was about a tire that comes to life and kills people with its destructive power. This is it. Thank you for watching.